Hi, welcome back to the So This Happened podcast.
I'm your co-host, Tia.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Alexis. And we have a special guest.
Zoe.
Yay, bestie Zoe.
I'm just going to say the elephant in the room. I'm going to be whispering a bit today because I sound like this. Okay, and Kelly, take it away.
And here we go.
Just a disclaimer really quickly. Okay, just by a show of hands, who crashed out this week?
Yeah.
Who crashed out? I crashed out so hard this week. Dude, first of all, it's the full moon in Leo. Okay, I know it is. Okay, that's what I'm going to blame it on. I'm not going to blame it on anything else besides the fact that it was the full moon in Leo.
We've all been personally victimized by a full moon. Okay.
Personally victimized.
Okay.
And for what? Okay. I still don't understand. I do understand. Okay.
I'm also going
I
to
do
blame it on the
understand what it
retrograde. Venus retrograde, I'm throwing
Yeah.
it in there.
Oh,
Oh.
double whammy. So yeah, lots of crash outs this week. I went off on Sally Mae.
As you should.
And you know what? I'll go off on Sally Mae every day because you guys are sharks. Anyway, I went off on Sally Mae. I went off on unemployment because they have a whole new system now. Mind you, this is my first time ever doing unemployment. And the whole system to like certify the fact that you're unemployed is a lot. But I guess it's because, you know, people be lying. So I get it, right? But anyway, went off on on unemployment. My poor parents caught some strays, you know, like
God
they
damn.
didn't do anything to me, but I was just venting to them. And when I was venting, it was like a volcano eruption.
Yeah, nobody was safe.
No one was. My dad's literally, dude, I felt
God.
so bad. Like, I was just heating up some soup. Me and my dad, good soup, you know?
Good soup.
Good soup.
Me and my dad were just, you know, in the kitchen and I'm heating up some soup and my dad's just like, yeah, so have you heard anything from unemployment? And I know he didn't mean to trigger me.
Oh
But
no.
dude, he triggered me so bad. I was like, Dad,
Oh no.
listen to this. And I just go off, dude. And I just,
Yeah.
it was like one thing after another. My dad's literally just standing by the stove, like,
I was just asking a
you know,
question.
He had no
he was
idea.
just like, he was,
trying to
I'm
connect
pretty
with
sure
your
he was like,
child.
I literally don't even care. He's like, I shouldn't have even asked, you know? But it was a week of crash outs for sure for me.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get you. I crashed out like physically. I thought this was gonna be like more mentally or emotionally for me. I thought I was gonna go to the ER that day. Yeah.
Was this on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, what?
So the actual day of
heck?
the full moon.
Was it Wednesday? When was I?
No, yeah.
It was Thursday. It was Thursday, like morning, afternoon. So I don't know what happened, but I was fine all morning. I had a coffee and like a sausage sandwich, and I was good. Then for lunch, my mommy made my lunch, and I was like, thanks, mommy. It was great. It was good. I loved it, and I ate it. And then at like 1:00, all of a sudden, like the hardest ball just right here at like the top of my stomach, and I'm like, excuse me.
And
What is that?
Did it actually feel like tense?
It was like
or
hard.
Was it
Yeah.
just like a feeling of
Yeah.
like, okay.
I was like, I've never felt that before. I've never really had any like bad GI issues, so I was getting kind of scared. Like to the point where I was like very like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And then I was like, okay, let me go to the potty. And like that helped a little bit. Then it came back with a vengeance. And I'm like, huh? And I honestly thought I had food poisoning at that point because I've never had food poisoning, so I don't know what it felt like. But I was like, that's all that I can attribute this to because I have a lot of food allergies,
A lot.
as we well know.
We talked about this.
Okay, all right. But again, my mom made my lunch, so I was like, she's not gonna put anything. And I called her too. I was like, yo, ma, what'd you put in this?
Yo, mom.
What was? She's like, I didn't nothing.
What was it?
It was literally just like pork and like mushrooms and rice. And I was just like,
Safe.
what? And
Pretty
yeah,
basic,
she
yeah.
didn't like contaminate anything. So
We didn't think she would.
exactly, because she's my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope. I hope not. Mommy, I love you. Okay. But yeah, and then I was like, all right, let me go to potty again. that didn't help. And I was like, you know what? Something's wrong. So I took a Pepto, waited, nothing was going on. So I was like, all right, if this is food poisoning, then I'm going to have to get the food out. So I went and I just like threw up in the bathroom.
Did you make
At
yourself
work?
throw up?
Yeah, dude, at work.
That's the worst.
At work. And I don't throw up.
Dude, throwing up in general, horrible
Disgusting.
experience. All right. 10 out of
Disgusting.
10, don't recommend. If you have to, whatever.
Yeah.
But like
This is
then
an
throwing
emergency
up when
situation.
you're not in the comfort of your own home
Was
oh my
Nightmare.
god.
the way it had to be so quiet because like my entire office can hear. Yeah, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. I literally was like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
Yeah.
So I like washed up, tried to clean up as much as I could. And then I was like, all right, let me just chill. And then I was like, I don't know if this is helping at all. So it calmed down for a little bit. It's around 3 now. And I'm like, dude, I've not done any work this afternoon. What am I doing? Told my boss, I was like, I'm outie. Okay, I can't do this. And I never call out of work. So he's like, something's wrong. So I get in my car and it's about like 3:30 now. I'm driving. It's bearable to where I can drive. But as soon as I pull around the corner to get out of the parking lot, it starts up again. And I was like, oh, shit. It was fast.
Yeah.
I parked the car. I sat there and I literally was like this in the front seat of my car. I was like, okay, breathe. You're fine. Breathe. Fell asleep. It fell asleep.
Just like out of the blue.
I was like, huh? Woke up. I looked at my clock. 4:30. I was out for an hour. I was like, what is happening?
Did your tummy feel better?
No, so it was still painful, but I was like, okay, but I think these are more hunger pains now because I hadn't eaten anything because I threw it all up. So I went and I got a Gatorade because I'm like, I need electrolytes, you know? So I got that. I felt better and I was like, okay, let me see if like walking around will, you know, make it any better. So I went and I did like some errands. I got like some Valentine's stuff for like my mommy.
That's cute.
And then I was like, fine. So I was like, okay, let me just go about my day. And then I went to class. I went and I did my boxing Muay Thai class like nothing happened. I was like,
That's so crazy.
what the hell?
What was that?
Got it out of your system, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was the moon.
It was the moon. I don't know why she's coming for my stomach.
Everybody.
But
You needed a purge.
guess,
apparently.
Literally.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, that was my full moon. I was like, that's not what I was expecting at all, but I mean, hey. All right, I guess.
I mean, this is what the full moon did to me. So we're all going through it.
Yeah.
The full moon, she didn't leave any prisoners.
Renee.
Took all prisoners. What the fuck is the? Sorry, Mama Korean. We're gonna
She said not
try.
to swear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're gonna be better. We're gonna be better.
Just a disclaimer that we're trying our hardest not to swear.
I
But
know.
This is just who we are.
I said the
So-
S word earlier, and I was like,
sorry, Mom.
I was like, say it again.
Go say it again.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Just know we're trying.
We're
Yeah, I'm
That's all
trying.
that matters. We're cognizant of it. Anyway, Zoe, how was your full moon?
Well, not great.
Okay.
Work at its baseline is stressful, and I'm not even gonna lie. I went into the med room and I was like hitting the machine, like just to get
Oh,
out.
she's a ER nurse, by the way,
for
everyone.
context.
Yeah.
So I was having my moments in the med room, and I was going through a breakup on top of that. So I was like, not having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double homicide.
Pew, pew.
Yeah.
A lot of tears when I wasn't at work, and it's just a lot of anger at work.
Yeah. So fair.
Oh.
So fair.
Yeah.
Another part of this week's crash outs though is Miss Anglerfish. Miss Anglerfish
She
from
was
the
all
deep
over
sea
TikTok.
that rose to the surface of the water. What a story. Okay? Yeah. What a story of resilience. And you know what? That is honestly after the week that I had, I think after the week that we all had.
Yeah.
The story of the anglerfish kind of, I fear, had a grand impact on me. In a good way, you know? Just a story of resilience. Yeah. What a queen.
I learned about the anglerfish from you guys, though. Because, like, I saw one TikTok of it, and then you guys are crying in the DMs. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. It's so beautiful.
It's just a
It's a
beautiful
cute story.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
Yeah. She's so tiny, and like no one knew how small she was. Really.
Yeah, that's what
She was
the
only
shock
like
was.
6 inches,
And
if that. Like, she
dang.
looked smaller.
Yeah.
Than that, even.
And the fact that something that small can literally swim from the depths of the ocean.
That's crazy.
The very bottom.
From the bikini bottom.
From the very bottom. It's just beautiful, you know? But we love Miss Anglerfish. Thank you for your story of resilience and finding peace, I guess.
Black sea devil anglerfish.
To
Yeah.
be exact.
Yeah.
First time ever
Yeah.
recorded.
I love your whisper
love
voice.
this.
Gonna have
I
to
love
whisper.
this.
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
ASMR angler. No, does not.
Okay, well,
Does
at
not
least there's that.
But yeah, it's incredible to think how long it took for her to swim from the very depths
How long
That's
do you
what
think it
it's
took
all
in
the way
total?
to the surface. And everyone's wondering too, like marine biologists are wondering, why did she do that?
Why?
Why did she do that?
What? She wanted to see this.
She wanted to see.
She
the
wanted to see the sun.
What is this light?
because literally light is impenetrable. That deep, and so her light from her little bioluminescent lure
Her.
was the only light she's ever seen.
Oh my god! And now she sees this big light that's like everywhere. Oh my god! She must have been in awe.
That's what.
She must have been like, "There's the light."
No, literally,
she
I
was
kept
coming to
seeing like quotes, and people were like, "Perhaps I'll go see the sun now." I was like,
what the heck?
"Why would you say that?" Like, she
Unnecessary.
probably wasn't even thinking that. Like, why did she?
Maybe she was just
It's
curious.
like she's just a fish.
Like, no, literally, like we're deeping it so hard. It's literally just a fish.
It's so
We are
beautiful.
deeping it so
But it
hard.
is. It is beautiful.
Human emotion is so beautiful, and
We
we
just need
need
to find a meaning to everything,
protect
you know?
protect our empathy as much as we can in these trying times.
Yeah, you know, at least we have that.
Yeah.
At least we have that.
At least we have our empathy. Because also, like, I'll be honest, that's a crazy looking fish.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
She's crazy looking, but that's why it's so beautiful.
I think if she was any bigger, I would be scared.
No,
But
and
then
that's why I
yeah.
thought it was bigger because of Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo had me
It
thinking
skewed our
that this is the
perception.
size of a shark or
Yeah.
something.
Cute fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
But reality, like a goldfish is very small, but she's like not that much bigger.
Nemo's
Yeah.
a clownfish.
Oh my god, you're so smart.
you were
When I say
right there.
goldfish,
You were there.
clownfish,
You were. I knew what you were talking about.
clownfish, because
Yeah.
he's not funny.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Oh man.
Oh god.
But I love Miss Anglerfish, and I
Yeah.
love that. Like, I don't know, has it been like?
It's only been a couple days.
Has it been
right?
fact checked that she is in fact a girl?
I don't know.
Well, she is now.
Can we-
according to
can we-
us.
Well,
we fact check
according to us, she is.
Yes, she's the
So-
queen.
I want to know because I. Well,
What?
is she
Pause.
an adult or a baby? That's the question.
Yeah, that's another question. Because is she dying because she's old, or was she sick, or is she just a baby?
But like, if she was dying, why didn't the rest of all of the other anglerfish float
to the
top?
surface.
Yeah,
These are the questions.
they did say because she was alive when she went to the top, but then she died shortly after.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
they do think she might have died from old age. So perhaps she was of age, but
I
I think we won't know until they like really
Yeah.
autopsy her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to cut her open, unfortunately.
Autopsy.
The whole situation is just killing me
Dissect?
because
I don't know.
No, just-
autopsy feels more.
It's a medical
Awkward.
examiner's case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
no, just but like
Medical
Alexis,
examiner, marine biologist. Like, I just can't.
ASMR
This is
specialist.
Just so funny to me. Oh man.
All hail the anglerfish, black sea devil anglerfish.
Yeah. What a name.
Get it right.
I'm
Man.
dead.
Oh, we should talk about the red room.
Oh yeah, I need to hear this story because I don't know this story. I was
Yeah.
not there.
So, well, actually,
I
Miss Tia was living up her life in Miami.
Oh, it was not that exciting.
Mr. 305.
It was not that exciting.
Mr. Worldwide. Cola. Can I say bad words in other languages?
I don't think she'd have a problem with it. So whatever.
Oh my god.
No. Yeah. So what was popping off in Miami? Miami.
In Miami, I was there for a work conference. I was learning all about advanced prostate cancer.
Crazy place to have that, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
Enjoy the sun.
You would think that conference would happen in Ohio,
yeah.
not in Miami,
The
Florida.
next one is in
Depressing in
Boston.
Huh?
It would be depressing in Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, it's prostate cancer, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's depressing all around.
Advanced
You know,
prostate cancer.
whole thing is depressing either
yeah.
way.
I'm just saying we don't have to like add on to it.
You know, yeah.
Because
I
it was
suppose.
really nice, like looking at the slides and then seeing in the background like a beautiful like palm tree and like blue skies. I was like, yeah, I could learn about prostate cancer for like 8-9 hours.
I can do this.
I
Yeah.
can-
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah. In
For
a room
sure.
full of people that I don't know that I should be in a room full of people with. Because I sat next to a CEO and a
Oh.
doctor
Who is she?
from like a urology practice in Missouri.
Right.
And
Yes, you did.
I was like, am I supposed to be in here right now? I don't feel very qualified. But no, I learned a lot from that conference. That was really good. And then we stayed the weekend because when you go to conferences like these, you do get some perks. So if you do go, they will pay for your flight back whenever
Whenever
you want to go back. So you don't have to like leave the day the conference ends. So we got in on Thursday afternoon. We had like a welcome dinner, and then Friday was the full conference. And then we got our flights back home on Sunday. So then we stayed Saturday. Both of our flights, so I went with a coworker. Our flights were different. Again, we booked with the same company, but they were just like, nah, y'all get different flights. I'm like, okay. Whatever. So I left really early Sunday morning at like 9, which was fine. So it was really only Saturday. Oh, I didn't tell you guys this either. I almost died in Miami
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah,
Oh, just casual.
from another allergic reaction.
Dude,
Tia.
Tia, what is going
What did
on,
you
dude?
react to?
You usually have your pill
I'm
case with
so
you.
good at like guys. Yes, I have a lot of Virgo energy in my chart, so like I'm always prepared. Okay, I don't know what was happening, but okay, it started Friday night. It was just not good. So me and my coworker that I went to the conference with, we are pretty big ravers. So we like the clubbing scene, rave scene, like we know. We're pretty well versed in it because we were doing it for a while. So we went. We were going to 11 to see Mr. Marshmallow.
I have a special place in my heart for 11.
So, and we know that like in Miami, things are late nights, So we're like, okay, we're going to start off real late. We're like, let's get dinner like at 8, really take our time. And then, it'll be like 10. We'll just like get drinks and just kind of start the night that way. The restaurant that we go to is right above 11. So when we're done with dinner, we're like, let's just go down. It's a 24-hour club. Like, there's going to be people in there. Dead.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dead.
You
It was-
literally have to go at like
Yeah.
midnight.
It was us,
Later,
like a random
honestly.
bachelorette party, and then like really skeevy men in there.
But was this a Friday or Saturday?
This was Friday night.
That's surprising. Honestly,
Yeah.
though.
So I was like, what
what
the
time?
heck? This was like at like 10:15.
No, it's
That was
still,
so
it's, like,
early.
So
Still
early. Like
early.
people
So-
are having dinner at 10.
Yeah. So again, we mistake made, and we're like, fuck. So we sit in the car. Oh, mind you, the Airbnb that we got also came with a car.
Mm.
So your bestie was driving in a Tessie for like
Oh.
the whole weekend in Miami,
Bestie and a Tessie.
and she was red too, so she's kind of nice.
Cute.
Yeah.
We don't support.
We don't.
We don't. This car was definitely bought before we knew Elon was crazy. I love those bumper stickers. Those are hilarious.
Oh, I haven't seen those.
Yes, it's literally anyone who has a Tesla, they're like, we bought it before we knew Elon was crazy. And I was like, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. So, I wish I had that magnet. Just because I'm like, please, no, I don't.
Don't judge me.
This is a rental.
I'm not even from here.
This is a rental. Okay.
mine.
It's not mine. It's not mine. But yeah, so we sat in the car for like 30 minutes waiting for Club Space to open
Okay.
right
Also
across the street. So as we were waiting, we were getting Club Space tickets. And we get in line. I show her the tickets. I was like, there's something wrong with it. I don't know why it's not opening. She's like, oh, babe, you bought those for 10 a.m.
No.
Huh? 10 a.m.? What do you mean? And I look and I was like, yeah, it says 10 a.m. Had to pay another ticket. It was like, it was like $60 a ticket.
A ticket?
A ticket.
What does this ticket include? Just entry?
Just entry.
Oh, I know you lying.
Yeah.
I know
I get
you
mad.
lying.
I get mad when they ask me for 20 to get in the like.
Yeah.
No, I refuse.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
No, but that
So-
is Miami,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. So then fine. We go, we have a good time. It's good vibes. We leave at around like 1:32-ish. We get outside. The lines outside, insane. And I got prime parking like right across the street. So as soon as people clocked me going to the car, oh my God, are you leaving? Are you leaving? I was like,
Relax.
babe,
Yeah, Dad.
calm down,
Jesus.
calm down. All right. It's fine.
Let me put my seatbelt on.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. So we drove home and we were fine. We go to the beach the next day. We really take our time. It was
Love it.
gorgeous
Yeah, the
outside.
picture you posted was real nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? It was gorgeous. So we got breakfast on the beach. So we went to a local cafe.
Cute.
And I got a matcha and a toast. It was like a mushroom, like scrambled egg, like toast. And I was like, this looks beautiful. And there's like pesto in it. It was like beautiful.
Oh, I love pesto.
Pesto.
It wasn't the pesto, babe.
Really?
No. You know what it was? They put fucking walnuts.
Good. Great.
Huh?
Why?
Walnuts on here. Why? So when I was looking at the menu of like the cafe, they only had like an Uber Eats menu, because it's only like delivery only, it seemed. So I was looking at the toast. I didn't realize that there was like a little more like thing that you had to press to see the rest of the ingredients. I just saw, and there's a picture so I can see it, but I didn't realize that there was walnuts underneath it. And I ate the part of the toast with the sunny side up egg on it, so I couldn't see anything underneath.
Yeah.
But I ate the first half of the toast and I was like,
Feeling weird.
That's such a scary
Yeah.
feeling.
That's
Yeah.
so odd though to put walnuts.
Yeah, like
yeah,
why
Like, why?
change a good thing?
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
The walnuts did not need to be there.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't. Then I realized, I was like, oh my God, it's literally February 1st. Do you know what happened on January 1st?
Yeah.
1 month later.
I swear for God, if March 1st comes around and I have another allergic reaction, I'm taking an L on the whole year. I was like, no, there's no way that the first of every month is trying to kill me. Like, what?
It's crazy.
What?
So
Nuts.
then, did your throat
Yeah.
like close?
No, thankfully I was trying to stay calm. That mocktail that we were having last night, I had that on the beach. The ginger did what it needed to do. It did what it needed to do. And I had some chips with us just to snack on. So that was kind of helping.
My chip queen.
Yeah, I love a chippy.
She keeps the chips on her.
I do. And then my coworker was like, I'm going to go and get you some Benadryl.
Yep.
So she runs to the lifeguard next to us and she's like, I need you to watch my friend. We're the two red chairs right over there. She comes back. She gives me the Benadryl. And we call her legs because her legs are long. Like, I'm not
Hey,
even
legs.
joking. Yeah. Her legs literally.
What a fun name.
You guys have met her, Jackie. When yeah.
Oh, at Dave
Dave and
Was it Dave
Buster's.
and Buster's?
Yeah, yeah. So she saved my life that day.
Thank
and
you,
then
girl.
Jackie.
I take the Benadryl, and she's like, you know what? Maybe I should have just had the lifeguard come over here because he was kind of cute. And I was like, should have told him I was dying.
Lifeguard, resuscitate her. CPR right here.
Yeah. So, but other than that, it was fine. Some guy tried to get us onto like a yacht.
Dude, these promoters
Yeah.
are so creepy.
Yeah.
And you said no.
So
Yeah. Why did you say no to the yacht?
we didn't. We didn't. We were feeling so good. Like in the sun, we're like, you know what? We had a really shit night on Friday. Let's take
Let's
two.
make up for it.
Yeah. So he's like, it's only a $25 deposit. I was already really iffy because I'm like, I'm not paying so much money. I don't drink.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like, well, why don't I do this? $25 deposit for the both of you. So that's $12.50. And I was like,
Okay.
fair.
That's fair.
But there's still another $75 at the door.
For what?
Yeah.
It's
For-
just so expensive. It's
For
crazy.
appetizers and like drinks on the boat and whatnot.
Are there
There's
nuts?
friggin' Ritz crackers and cheddar cheese.
Yeah. So
please.
I was
Friggin'
like,
cotton
okay.
candy grapes. Like,
Cotton
please.
candy grapes.
Don't play
Love
with
a cotton
me.
candy grape.
Whatever.
They're good.
They're okay.
They're very sweet.
I said what I said. Anyway.
They're very sweet, but that's okay. Yeah. So we decided not to go on the boat because I actually ended up falling asleep on the beach because, hello, I took a Benny. And I was like,
had quite.
yeah. So we got up and we drove back and we looked at each other and we're like, no. There's also a hot tub at our Airbnb. So we just like stayed in the hot tub.
Yeah, that
and then
sounds great.
we got like a nice cutie dinner in like the suburbs like nearby Miami and it was great.
I love
So
it.
we just did that.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
Wait, did you still give him the $25?
Well, it was a deposit, so yeah, at the But again, $12.50. I wasted so much money the night before just to get into club space, and I was like, fine.
Honestly, at that point, it's just like, I'm not even gonna count this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just missed Alex Earl because the next day she posted that she was gonna do that 24-hour
Party thing. Yeah.
and she was at club space, and I was just like, that's so crazy because in the video of like where she was standing, I was like, I was right in the corner.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like
I
in her
heard
video,
that-
it pans to like the bartender that like was taking care of us that night too, and I was like, damn.
I heard that club space at like 8 a.m. is the best time to go.
That's crazy.
And then I started getting all
Crazy.
the vlogs of girls like, get ready with me at 6:30 to go to club space, and I was like, huh?
Literally.
That's so Miami's
Huh?
different, bro.
Yeah.
The energy of Miami is different.
I feel like it's that comment on TikTok. People are like, I'm employed. What does this mean?
no.
Like you're getting ready
Literally.
at 6:30 a.m. to go to the club.
To what?
Yeah.
Where?
Honestly.
Get a job. Like. Oh my God.
Okay, but
Anyway.
now it's your guys' turn. I need to hear what I missed out on.
Okay, well, it was fun. Yeah.
Red room.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Just had to get
supposed to
that
be
out there.
It's supposed to be like a sexy thing.
Yeah.
You go, red room.
Scary.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I'm doing? Do you know the reference?
Red rum.
Red rum?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So make sure we're all on the same page.
We're aligned.
This is Kelly's story to tell.
Yeah, we're
It's a
aligned.
good one.
So
Buckle up.
there's always a story, huh? There's always a
so
story.
this happened. Duh.
So this happened. So we get to the Red Room. So the Red Room is an R&B night hosted by Kevin White. He's a Chicago influencer. Super cool, great guy. And it was a cool event too. Like music was fire, vibes were good, people, good vibes.
Packed.
Yeah, it was packed. There were so many people there. Definitely a good night. But then at one point in the night,
We're dancing,
we're like-
we're drinking.
yeah, we're like we just got some drinks and then we're like trying to make our way through the crowd. And there's this guy that sees me and I could feel him staring at me. I was
Oh,
a
he
little-
clocked you right away, huh?
right away. And
Okay.
I could feel it, you know. And he comes up to me, he like introduces himself, asks me my name, you know the deal. And I'm not really like entertaining it because I'm here with my friends. Like I'm trying to dance with my friends. So I didn't really entertain it much. And I kind of like moved away from him, right? And then like what was it? Like 20 minutes later? Like 15, 20 minutes? Was it? Like
I don't know
I
how much
feel
time
like-
passed.
I feel like a decent amount of time passed because I didn't see him for a while.
How? He was tall as hell. I'm sorry.
I know, but I wasn't looking for him though, you know? Like I wasn't
Dude,
checking for him.
No, I need you to understand how tall this dude was.
He was tall, dude.
He's like
Okay, but again, tall is relative to me when literally all of you guys are
We're-
like 6
well,
plus inches
taller than
taller
me.
than me.
All of us are wearing heels, and he's still like a full head and shoulders above
Yeah,
us.
he was
He's
tall.
wearing this like white sweater, so you can't miss him.
Yeah.
Everything else is dark, and there's a red light. You literally can't miss the guy.
Oh,
Big
goddamn.
ass dude. Big
Okay, but I
ass dude.
wasn't checking for him. So I missed him. Okay? Anyway, God, Zoe.
You invited me here.
That's my
These two are
mistake.
like the biggest ops.
Anyway,
Like in the
biggest
friend
ops,
group.
like she's also my freaking soulmate.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
She just doesn't like that I give it back to her.
Clock
yeah.
the face.
Anyway, so we're all standing, we're in a circle, we're all standing,
sweating.
dancing, you know, hee hee, like girling, you know, whatever, having a ball. We're having a ball. And then all I can think of is that sound on TikTok where it's like, and then I hear an irritating, agitating voice. This is what happened, okay? This man somehow made his way right next to me. Somehow. I'm not checking for him, right? And all of a sudden, I just feel my hair going up like this. And I go, you know?
Dude, it happened in slow
It
motion.
was, dude, he did it so slowly.
I'm across from Kelly. So I'm watching this happen. I'm literally just like I'm like dumbfounded, like that this man is touching Kelly's
Yeah.
hair.
She looks at him like, what else are you gonna do?
No, the woman was too stunned to speak. Like, I truly did not know what to say. So I'm literally, again, my hair is in his fist. Like, what are you doing? Unhand me, sir. Like, what are you doing? Unhand me. And so he has my hair in his
He almost
hand,
like
right?
twirled it a little bit.
Yeah,
Dude, he
did.
caressed
hair
you.
twirl.
Okay,
in
and
the middle
also
of the fucking
the
thing.
audacity.
And full fresh blown out, okay? And what are you doing with your greasy ass hands in my hair, sir? I don't know what. Ah! Oh my god! Just thinking about it makes me so mad. And so, again, he's right here, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm like,
Hello?
I just looked at him, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Wait,
What are you
what
doing?
did he say?
Dude, he got so uncomfortable, and you know what? Good.
As he should.
Because
That's
good.
so
we started
uncomfortable.
laughing at him immediately.
No, we laughed in his
In his
face,
face.
bro.
I looked at
Because
Lex,
what are you
I
doing?
wanted to be there.
'Cause I was
I
like-
wanted to be there.
Because I was like, that was assault.
like,
No,
That was literally assault.
no,
I couldn't
literally,
believe it
like,
even
what?
happened.
Why? What? What?
I want to know
What did you two do?
what was
that?
he on?
My
That he thought that was
intrusive thoughts were
okay.
crazy.
how did he think that was gonna play out?
No,
though?
literally.
Yeah.
Why did you think that was gonna work?
The
I'm just
logic
looking at
is
him and I'm
logic
like,
there.
But when he was twirling it, wasn't he like, I love your hair?
Huh?
you know what?
then started to
Maybe he did. I don't.
And then he started to say sweet nothings into her ear as he was twirling her
That's just
hair.
speculation.
Allegedly.
I swear, he said
I wouldn't
something.
put it
I was
past
just
him.
too shocked that I just didn't
Maybe-
even.
Kelly, if you were into it, he probably would have like put his whole hand on your neck and like brought you in close, and y'all would have had a moment.
And
Like
we-
that's how he thought it was gonna
Dude,
go.
and this is the thing, okay? This man, maybe 45.
Agreed too.
What are you doing at the Red Room? What are you doing at the Red Room? And why is my hair in your hand right now? That is so wild to me. It was just,
And then he just starts apologizing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
yeah, because he immediately understood that he was being shamed in that moment. Like, we all just laughed in his face. It was just such a weird thing. But other than that, great night. You know? Great night vibes were high. Music was bumping. I was
Solid
dancing.
DJ.
Yeah, he's a good DJ.
Transitions fire.
He's a good DJ. DJ A Spade.
We saw him last night too.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
we
at,
did.
Emporium.
He was at Emporium, yeah.
Speaking of last night, I need to hear
Oh my god.
more Kelly stories.
Another one. You guys.
God.
So I started my day. So yesterday I went to my uncle's birthday first. So I started my night at his place. And I'm literally getting ready to go. And so this is my thing, okay? This is my thing. I knew that my night was probably going to be different. I don't know. The energy felt kind of weird. So before I left my house, I sent you guys pictures of like the outfits that I was thinking, right?
Yes.
You guys both said the red pants.
I
Yeah.
told you the red pants.
Yeah.
I'm partial to red pants. You look good.
I said I love your color.
Someone else, I don't know who it was. Someone else told me that they liked the red pants.
Me.
But at that
The
point,
red leather pants.
Yes. See, we all
you
know
already
the
know
pants.
the red leather.
And it's because she strayed away from the good advice.
No, it is. It is. It is. Listen to this. So anyway, I should have wore the freaking red pants because those are so comfortable. There's so much room in them.
Yeah.
Okay? I could literally deadlift in those pants, okay? Anyway.
She wears jeans.
I wear jeans. I wear wide leg jeans from Abercrombie. They are such a flattering style on this body. And so I love those jeans, okay? They're the jeans that I wore to Red Room.
Were they?
And yeah. And I go to put on my shoes and I rip my pants.
Okay, SpongeBob.
No, literally, all I could think of was the SpongeBob song of him ripping his pants. I ripped my pants. But you know one thing though? Ass fat. Because that's why they ripped. They literally ripped because this ass is juicy. And that's the only way I'm going to look at it. Because if there's... I don't even want to think about the other thing, but
It was a big
a big tear. So Zoe, we have it with us actually. So next stop was to Zoe's apartment, and I texted them on my drive. I was like, guys, I ripped my pants.
I was like, I wish I had safety pins. She goes, safety pins are not going to save this.
No,
And we're like,
I was
oh,
like,
shit.
safety pins
The
are
vibe-
literally not gonna do
Yeah.
a damn thing.
I didn't respond because I thought you were going to get mad at me. I was like, don't yell at me. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. But I was like, cute that you thought some safety pins was gonna work, you know?
That's the energy
It was
that I got.
no.
It was a big rip, babe.
No.
Big rip.
No, that's not how I was putting it out. But yeah. Anyway, safety pins were not gonna work. It was a giant tear down my hip. Crazy. So Zoe has this like
Beautiful, like beaded, like.
oh my gosh, I felt like a cute little mermaid in
Yeah.
her. Like a little mermaid in a fishnet.
If I've got any scarves, and I gave you the black one and the green one. This is literally like a swimsuit cover up. And so
Yeah.
Because I was wearing a brown top, so I'm like, you know what?
The brown worked. It really
worked.
was like the same like hue and everything.
She puts it like over the side.
Yeah, I just put
Yeah.
it, and it covered the tear.
Mm-hmm.
You could still see
Literally,
her-
women are so innovative. We can solve any problem. So I was like, thank God for that. So yeah, I ripped my pants. So
We should have the song playing.
I know, I'm going to. So yeah, that happened. And then you guys, what happened to you?
Okay, so
Okay.
Tia gets there first. Well, I had slept. I took a nap and then I had slept another 30 minutes that day because I had worked the night before, 12 hours, right? And I had bought like tickets to this really lame event. And I was doing like
yeah.
I was doing like night shift math and I was like, well, the event is at like 2 p.m. so I can't go to sleep. It's 9 in the morning. I don't know why I told myself I couldn't go to sleep. So I stay up. I go thrifting. I fall asleep for 30 minutes on the couch. Then I go to the event. I bail. I go to get tacos, and then I take the bus all the way home. And then I took a nap for like 2 hours before y'all showed up at my place.
Yep.
So I'm doing my hair, and Tia says I'm outside. I come out of my door, and I was like, no, I have to get something. And I go back in to look at my phone, and I was like, no, Tia texted me. Like, I am supposed to go get her. I go out. And I open the door to the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you need a key to get back in, and so now we're just trapped in the stairwell.
And then I just look at Zoe and
I was like, my phone is charging in my
Yeah.
bathroom. My hot tool is on and also in my bathroom, and my keys are on my kitchen table. This is fantastic. This
Locked
is
up.
amazing. And she starts laughing.
I
and was
start busting out laughing because I'm like, what the fuck?
Because like what? Because what else are you gonna do but laugh? But I got mad at her and I was like, Tia, what are we gonna do?
And I was like, all right, okay, never mind. Switch gears. She did. She got mad.
What is Tia gonna do about it? Tia just got here.
So I start running.
So mad at her.
I start running. She's like, oh, there's like something on the doors about like the security system. She's
No,
like, it's
there's,
not
like-
on this door. And I was like, okay.
Because they have it posted. Because
Yeah.
all they do, it's only one key to the building that I get. Because it's right. I don't have a spare, and the spare that I have to like my actual door isn't actually to my lock. It's a different key.
What?
So I only have one
is all
set of
this
keys.
for?
I
Okay.
don't know, dude. They hate me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I tell her, I was like, there's a locksmith number posted somewhere on one of the outside doors.
Yeah.
Please go look for it. She goes, stay here. It's like, I don't have another choice.
Yeah.
Where would I go?
I don't have a coat.
Yeah. So I go running to the other doors just to try and find it. So I find it, and then as I'm walking back to her door, a lady and her dog are coming out, and she sees me, and she's like, "Here, let me get the door for you," because I had like all of this stuff that I was bringing in as well. And I was
Which
like,
is
oh,
unsafe, I think, for my building.
yeah, yeah.
What?
But she was so
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
She was really nice, and she let me in. And then I get in, and Zoe's not in the stairwell. And I'm like,
That's the
now
lady.
I'm trapped. And I'm like, huh?
So that's
And I was like, Zoe? I was like, hello?
I don't know where I am.
I thought about climbing, like going up the stairs and like just knocking, right? But I was like,
Oh.
nobody's gonna answer the stairwell door if there's just random knocking. I was like, that's
Yeah.
not a good plan. And
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. And I heard somebody.
I don't know
like-
who that is.
I don't know who that man is.
I don't know who that man is.
No, because imagine you knocked on that mean lady's door.
Dude.
Oh my
I
God.
was just gonna say.
To wrap this thought up, right? I heard the lady with the dog coming through, and she was the one that let me in. And then I don't know if you called me or I called you.
You called me. And I was like, oh, thank God, because that
Right.
means she got into her
I
apartment.
got into my apartment and I got the keys and it was whatever, right? To go back to that mean lady, right? I moved I moved into my place in October, but I think you guys came to see it when I got it in September, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I haven't been up to the roof. There's like a common roof access, and we find it, and we're walking around, and there's like a little area over there to grill. There's this really nice view of the skyline,
Yeah,
right?
it's beautiful.
Again,
Mm-hmm.
this key opens up the stairwell, and we're going to the same key opens the door to the rooftop, and there's like rules posted there about what you're supposed to do. Please clean up after yourselves. Don't have X, Y, and Z on the rooftop. So people are allowed to go up there. Again, common rooftop. We're coming now back into the building, and this lady meets us in the stairwell. She goes, I heard people walking up on the roof, and I was trying to see what was going on. I was like,
And then what?
Hi.
Yeah.
and so I think I did a very good job of keeping my cool, because I could have.
No, because I was getting so I was
Yeah.
literally looking at her like,
I was blushing like I got in trouble. But I was like, no, I also live here. I just moved in. Right? And then she like almost makes us all file down in front of her to make sure that my
Yeah.
key works.
yeah.
And it's like,
so
all right,
weird.
guys, sorry, I showed you her freaking rooftop. My
Yeah.
God. When I do, and I'm 402,
Damn. Called
Not
out.
the unit call out.
I when we went back to the elevator, I made sure to look at her door, and it's unit 402, and I will hate you for the rest of my life. When I finally have my housewarming party, I'm taking every single fucking person up there.
Yeah.
We're all gonna walk on your
We're all
fucking
gonna be
rooftop.
we're all
Yeah.
gonna be hanging out on the
Have
rooftop.
a
Here's the
dance
thing.
party.
Yeah. I'm going to wear my highest heels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
My
clickiest,
cousins are gonna-
clackiest.
Wear
of
my
heels.
Timberlands.
My
And then
cousins
what?
are gonna be there. My dad's gonna be there, and I really want you to tell them that they can't be up there.
Yeah, no, she-
I think I'm
That was
taking
so
up
extra.
tap dancing.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap dance.
I'm getting
Suddenly I want to tap dance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, that was crazy. But yeah, anyway. So
That was
And
last
so,
night.
Yeah. So then I was like, Tia, I'm really worried that something's gonna happen to you because something happened to Kelly, something happened to me, and it happened in threes.
I was like, oh God, please no. I was
So-
like, I don't need that this week.
I finished getting ready, and then it's like 10 o'clock, and we're like, it's early. We're not gonna call a ride to Emporium. So then I give them a tarot reading.
And we're going to do one now too, because Lex has never seen one.
yeah.
So wait.
Never had one.
So what do you know about tarot? Nothing.
I know the sun. The sun is a good thing, right?
The sun is a good thing. Yes.
And
I
death. Death is bad.
It can be,
Depends
but
on
it
the
could also
context.
be
like
good.
change. It could also be
It could be like shedding an old skin kind type shit, you know?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So I am really into like tarot and astrology, right? And I've been buying myself
Tell us your big three. Tell us your big three.
Gemini Sun, Cancer Rising, Libra Moon. I don't take anything seriously and I cry.
So real.
I can't make a decision to save my life. If I have more than 5 options, I freeze.
Period.
Self-aware.
Should
Hey.
we all say our big three?
Sure.
Do you know you're 6?
I do. I just posted it on TikTok.
And you look
Oh,
sexy
damn.
doing it too.
Thank you. God.
Yeah, I think I know my 6. I'm Aries. Virgo moon.
You can go last.
Aries sun, Virgo moon, Gemini rising, Mars and Mercury Aries,
Oh,
and
you get angry.
and a Taurus Venus. I have an Aries stellium, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
You and me are literally the same, but not.
I want you to just let it go one day.
Why do you think I'm in boxing and Muay Thai? Where do you think
Yeah.
I let it go? I have to do it on a very frequent basis, otherwise I will implode.
That's the Virgo moon.
Yeah, I will implode. All
I have
right.
fire and
What's
earth
yours?
energy.
Yeah.
I'm also a stellium, so Taurus Sun, Aquarius Moon, Scorpio Rising, Gemini Venus, Taurus, Mercury, and Mars.
Oh
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
I
really
get
are the
mad
same.
too.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get mad.
Literally, the bull and the ram are just
This
going at
last
it.
week. No, I was like shaking with anger. I was like, oh my God. I'm not okay. The way I had to go to the gym, bro, I was like, my legs are gonna catch
They
this
need
anger,
to
bro.
be obliterated.
And that's why I ripped my pants yesterday, because my legs
The
were
pump was
juicy. Yeah, pump was crazy.
I
Okay,
feel
what's
like,
yours?
I feel like mine's crazy.
Tell
Wait,
us.
why?
So I'm a Virgo sun and then Cap moon, Cap rising.
Okay.
Okay.
I
that's fine.
am a Venus, Mars, and Mercury Leo.
What?
What?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Really?
Venus.
Venus is like,
Okay, well, Venus and Leo, you want to be the center of attention and you want a lot of compliments.
when you're in, yeah, especially in love, like in
You want
relationships.
a lot of attention.
You
yeah.
are
Absolutely.
Your baby.
Reassurance is my number one.
your baby.
Yeah.
You're very baby.
It's
Which
just a
And you get mad when it's not on you. So Mars, okay.
is like communication and like.
Mercury's communication.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mars is like.
Like your desire, your passion, your drive.
But it's also how you argue, and it's also
Yeah.
how you gather information. So think about Venus is how you are in love, and then Mars is how you leave love. So you also crash out.
But they're the same.
If think of it this way,
What does that mean?
if you're wronged, you're gonna let them know.
Yeah.
She will.
You do.
I can't
I like
keep
that about you,
quiet.
though.
Yeah.
Even like when me and Steph, my girlfriend, if we have an argument, like, or even if I'm just like upset about something, like I have to talk about it
Me
right then and
too.
there.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good quality to have.
Me too.
And I can't be upset about, well, my thing is though, it takes me a while to get over things.
Yeah.
Not like I don't let it affect the whole day, but I can't just like bounce back right away. Like I have to
Same.
a couple hours
Yeah.
to like be okay and be mad for a little bit.
I think it's crazy how people can bounce back so quickly sometimes.
No,
I'm like, what? That didn't bother you?
Yeah, like we just got
Nonchalant
yeah.
king and queen? Like,
Yeah.
geez.
That's me.
like we just got into a little
Really?
Yeah.
You could just bounce back?
Okay, the thing is though, like because my Mars is in Aries, like I'm very like quick to respond.
Flash in the pan.
Yeah, but because I'm so quick to respond, I know I have to be patient, so I don't try to say something right away because I will say something that could potentially be very hurtful because it's
Yeah.
just like coming out. So
Same.
I have to wait. I have to like give me like an hour or two to like let it stew. Let me talk about it and then I'll be fine.
So,
Okay.
And that's it. I don't let it like sit in me after that. Otherwise, it'll just ruin me.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Our Mars and Mercury are both in Taurus, which
Her.
it's basically like you sit back and you collect until you have enough evidence, and then you're like, all right,
Oh my God, I'm like the bone collector, bro. I'm not even kidding. I remember everything. Everything you tell me It's literally
Ingrained.
stored in here. You're in a file cabinet, bro.
Yeah.
Because when the time comes and you try to argue with me about something,
Receipts will be.
receipts are there.
Yeah.
I
That's
can tell
so
you
crazy.
time, place, tone of voice, the outfit you were wearing.
Yeah, where you were sitting in the room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What food we were eating at the time, what music was playing, what
Right.
show was on. I have it. I have everything.
Right.
I literally do not forget.
But the
I
problem
don't
with that
forget.
is that you also like hold your tongue because you're like, am I being crazy about it?
But I do hold my tongue, right? I do hold my tongue, and then it gets to the point where I can't hold it anymore, and then I explode.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So I try to say something now. I feel like if someone bothers me, I try to say it like as soon as I can so I don't let it build up. But there have been times where, like, my cousins will tell you, like, there have been times where I just snapped on them. And they're like, yo, where did that come from? And I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys have been coming for me for 8 months, 12 days, and 8 hours. And I know this, and I'm gonna snap. And I snap, dude.
No,
and they're all
same.
sitting there like,
Oh my god.
Because what are you gonna say?
yeah, because you know I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, the approach might be wrong, but...
No, my family's like that too. They get scared. They're like, "Don't get Tia mad."
Dude,
Don't-
my
don't
mom
get Tia
said
mad.
that she was scared of me.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
but that's also like when I was drinking a
Yeah.
lot. Like drinking more than I do now, I guess. I don't really drink that much, but I feel like when I was drinking a lot, I would get angry really quickly.
Yeah.
And then my parents would see that, my brother would see that. My poor brother has caught
Kevin.
a lot of strays when I was drunk and angry. But yeah, that's why I just don't do that anymore because my mom was just like, you're scary when you're mad. And I am. And I'm working on it. Emotional regulation.
Oh my god.
I see, my problem is that like, so Gemini Sun, Libra Moon, Cancer Rising, Gemini Venus, Taurus, Mars, and Mercury, right? I've got it all.
You're a Gemini Venus too?
Yeah. Why do you think I got on your nerves so freaking much?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They do. These two go at it. Last night, I was just like,
But it's a fun dynamic.
It's
It's
fun.
fun.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's
Shut up. Anyway, like you were saying.
I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, you got flustered? Oh my god. Okay. Well,
anyway,
so read me a tarot reading.
So yeah, that's how we got started on this.
Yeah. You need to read Lex.
Is that
Yeah.
I want to be read.
that's how I got
Read to filth.
that's how I got into tarot though, is that
I got
don't
read
know.
to filth yesterday, so you don't want to.
I have been collecting
To be honest.
tarot decks.
She has so many.
I'll
She's got
show you-
tarot. She's got oracle decks.
Yeah,
It's a whole
This was
thing.
my very first one that I bought, which was like this.
I like
transparent
those.
one,
Yeah.
which is
She's
mainly
fun.
pictures. My sister gave me a reading one time, and she knows nothing about tarot. And she's like, so
funny. I really wish we filmed that. That was such a fun night.
This one,
funny.
this one was really nice because it like there was a book that came with it, and it helped me kind of remember and learn what the meanings are. And then Tia gave me this one. This was a gift.
Yeah. I have a black one, so we're
Yeah.
matching with that one.
That's cute.
Oh, we're matching with this one too.
And I bought this one, right? And so then I have the rest of those are like oracle decks. So,
Wait, have you done an oracle read?
yeah.
What's the difference?
So these are all. I'm gonna have you hold this, please. Thank you. Well, I don't know what to do here. This is the problem.
yeah.
So these ones have like there's major and minor arcana, right?
Do we want to pause and then I can?
I
like,
was
move
gonna
the
say,
table?
do we want to
Yeah.
move the
Yeah,
table?
might be a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, so Zoe's gonna do our reading. Well, she's gonna do one for Alexis.
Yeah.
Oh,
We just had to readjust.
Is
Yeah.
it for
Thank you.
Is it for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then we're gonna do this
Please.
different. Okay.
However you want.
Different. She's different.
I love this oracle deck.
So you were asking me the difference between like a regular tarot deck and an oracle deck, right?
Yes.
The tarot deck has like the major and minor arcana, right? There's 4 different suits. There's swords, wands, pentacles, and cups. Swords typically has to do with like ideas and conversations and communication, right? Cups are normally feelings. Pentacles could be material things, could be money, could be objects, could be work or school or things like that. And then fire, it's a lot of like energy. And then there's like other suits, or not suits, there's other cards in here, like strength, and then they go up by numbers. You'll see in a little
Fishies.
bit.
Fishies.
I love this.
Oracles are different based on the deck. Like these ones are just,
So pretty.
you know, dream and
Show
defend
the
and
audience.
sustain.
Oh,
Right?
Show the audience.
These ones are all like flowers, and then there's like a little guidebook that comes with it, which can be nice if you're asking for like questions and clarifications, and then it'll like give you a little reading. That's not how I use these now. This is the one that I used last night.
This one was loud as hell.
This-
I was like, shut up.
Oh, it has. Oh.
This one has messages. I hid who I really
Yeah.
am from you. I knew exactly what I was doing. I'm so attracted to you.
It was very
No, it was
direct.
so loud.
Very
I
direct.
I couldn't let you get close to me. Things like this. It was yelling at us. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
So much fun.
It was fun for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
This one is different.
Oh my god.
Those are pretty.
I feel like I'm on mushrooms.
No, that was trippy.
So pretty.
So what we're gonna do.
This is really just like our ASMR
Like, seriously.
like episode.
I
Yeah.
hope it's not too
Ooh.
loud.
Oh, that was nice.
It's good.
When I edit this, I'm gonna be like, ooh, crisp.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put it in front of the mic?
Yeah.
Oh my god, some card
Please.
shuffling. I'm dead.
Exactly.
The way my brain got so scratched.
That one was really good. Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Sorry, I'll behave now.
I know, seriously. It just like pauses my brain for a second.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love how we're so quiet when she does it.
Never happened
Yeah. We're so tuned in.
I'm in your
One of my first.
I was just about to say that.
big
Locked in.
vocab word.
One of my
Big brain. Big
one of my
brain.
first readings was for Tia with my very first deck.
Mm-hmm.
So she's seen.
I've
The
seen the
evolution.
evolution. It's really cute.
So
That's
cute.
why I was so in awe last night. I was like, she was flanging out cards.
Yeah.
Like it was nobody's business. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god. And she knew exactly like what to interpret them as. You know, I was so used to, you know, I mean, me too. Like when I do my own readings, like I still have to reference my books all the time to like be able to understand what these cards are, like what they mean.
What the cards are trying to say.
Zoe can just pull it out of thin air. And I'm like,
She's
amazing.
not new to this. She's true to this.
Period. Could
love
not
that.
have said it better myself.
I love that.
That's a good one. You know those like white people phrases? I just love.
Let me scooch on right past you.
Oh my god. Well, I just love a white person phrase. You know, you guys really put so much emphasis and emotion behind it.
We do.
Well, I'll be damned.
There was
Of course. My
so
god.
There's a TikTok account, and they have like trivia, and me and Steph were doing it, and one of the trivia was like white people phrases.
Dude, I would have.
God.
And tell me why Steph was better at it than I was. Like
We've assimilated that much.
it was so funny.
I love
And we
that.
did a lot of SpongeBob trivia.
Dude, I love
Oh
trivia.
yeah.
I'm a trivia
I'll send you
girl.
guys the
we've not
account. It's
done.
really fun.
Yeah, send that to me.
I'm
because
surprised
I
we
love
not did a
to.
trivia night.
A fucking trivia episode.
Oh, we should.
That'd be
We could-
fun.
We
That'd be
could
so
make like our
fun.
own like Jeopardy game.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
That'd be so fun.
Okay,
Stay tuned.
write that down for an
Yeah.
episode idea.
And there are some fun like Jeopardy like categories now. There was one that came up
Yeah.
on my TikTok the other day of F is for fashion, and like one of the questions was you know, Rihanna has a makeup line called Fenty. If you take the last two letters out, what is
Fendi.
Yeah.
Fendi, baby.
what
yeah.
is Fendi? And I was like, oh, that's a good category. I would
F is for fashion, baby.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
we
would
should do
eat
that.
that up. Sorry, Zoe. We've just been talking.
I'm like,
What's
why are some of the cards flipped around?
Oh, that
So-
means something.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us,
So
Zoe.
this is. I'm trying.
Like I said,
No.
the biggest ops are these
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
This is just basically like, okay, what's going on with Lex in the next week, right? So we got 5 cards: service, regenerate, nurture, growth, adversity. So now these ones are going to tell us a little bit more about this.
Oh.
So many. Why did that one pop out at you?
Sometimes the cards like to be loud.
Messages come through.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the times they don't like to be shy about what they need to say.
Y'all are really hyping it up.
We have to. It's for Lex.
I know, but I've also never like recorded it. I
Yeah.
usually just do them like, so like I said I was going through the breakup, right? And then it was like the full moon or whatever, so I did like a little full moon ritual, right, to release it, like a candle work, and then used this to as another part of it.
The lever. Under adversity.
Under adversity.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh my.
so
I literally don't even know. Let me just shut up. Go ahead, Zoe.
your overall message for your week is magic, right? You've got service, regenerate, nurture, growth, and adversity. With service, you've got the moon and the 3 of cups. The way that I was explaining 3 of cups to to Kelly earlier was like celebration and coming together. Think of it like people like cheersing.
Yeah.
The moon is a lot of different
Cheers.
is a lot of different things. It could be like your dreams or your in the upright, it might be things that are happening like in the dark. Regenerate, obviously like renewing and like something coming back. 2 of Wands is like a looking at a new energy on the horizon, but 9 of Pentacles is interesting. Because 9 of Pentacles in like up here is like you're doing really great, you're really close to your goals. Like I said, Pentacles could be like your home, or like your material, your school, your wealth, your job, but it's in reverse here. Why?
Makes sense. To be honest, I've been applying to jobs, and my job is yeah, been interesting. Just need more money.
Yep. I feel that.
Oh, those are pretty.
Yeah, this is the tattoo one, which is nice. So for
I love
clarifying
that.
the 9 of Pentacles, you've got the 4 of Coins in reverse, so something is like opening up. The 6 of Cups is usually like a relationship card, but it's also like an exchange of like emotions. The Knave of Swords is like somebody's looking at you, right? Not necessarily like in a creepy way, or it could be like a social media card, but like there's like consideration happening here. And then the World is usually about like cycles, and this is, this in the upright is really good. In reverse, it could mean that something's like not necessarily done. If this were talking about like a 3 of Cups, then I would be thinking that there's like a third party involved. But since we're talking about 9 of Pentacles, hard to. This is. I'm so nervous because the
Don't be
king is
nervy.
Why?
because
This
the
is so
king here.
fascinating.
Oh no, you're fine.
I'm learning so much right now.
'Cause, like, I don't know everything, and I'm still learning, so I don't want it to be like wrong either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's based on
But-
interpretation, so it's all
Yeah. We're not judging you.
yeah. As if we know.
Yeah, right? I'm chilling over here.
With nurture being the 6 of Wands in reverse, there is like a loss here, right? Something that's making you feel like unbalanced or like you don't necessarily have it together. The strength is coming here. The message is on the actual card. It says, "Look to the stars and find your magic," right?
Aww.
Growth being the 10 of Pentacles is really good together, meaning that if all of this is the week ahead or this is the progression, something probably isn't gonna go the way that you want, but it'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Adversity, having the Lovers, with the 6 of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands. In reverse, this is not great. I'm not gonna lie here. 6 of Swords is moving on to like calmer waters. 6 of Swords in reverse is like you're stuck. You're stuck, or like you're going back into like the fire, right? You're going back to like a situation or something else is coming back. King of Wands is normally like something that's like super confident, super attractive. In the reverse, it's like maybe really stressful or really angry, but the Lovers is like harmony, right? The 7 of Swords being like the overall message for this is basically like don't 7 of Swords is usually like suspicion or lies, so maybe don't believe everything.
Don't believe everything, Nix. Be suspicious.
Obviously,
Open the third eye.
Suspicious.
You
do you
need
have any
third eye
questions or
needs to be
anything that you wanna
activated.
clarify here? Otherwise, I'm just gonna...
Is she overwhelmed?
I'm overwhelmed.
Okay.
But this was fascinating. Well, okay, I have the job interview coming up this week.
Mm-hmm.
So could that possibly be? It's not gonna go my way.
We can see.
That's because like when she said that, that's what I was thinking. Is
Me
like
too.
maybe like your job interview.
It might go well, or
It might not.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
and if it doesn't, that's okay.
Exactly, because what's meant for you will not miss you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on.
Capital P.
Okay.
ASMR.
Is this clarifying if it's about the job or not?
So we're gonna just ask about the job.
All right.
All right, universe, let
This
us
is
know
the
what's
interview.
going on.
Hangman
Tell
in
us.
reverse is like coming unstuck.
Flew out of there.
Oh my Lanta.
Oh no.
I got it. I got it. Let me just grab this.
Oh,
Lovers again.
yep.
The Lovers in reverse.
Again.
What is happening? Steph.
It's not always a relationship card, right? You're asking me about a job.
Okay.
So
that's
this
good.
is
Thank you.
Yeah.
this is about the job interview. Not great.
Oh.
What's the hangman here? Why is because the hangman in reverse is normally pretty good, right? Like something, like I said, something's coming unstuck. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Thank Thank you.
But amazing, right? Like she
Period.
literally just like pulls it and then she looks.
You're fine.
Yeah,
You'll
this
be
is
fine.
great.
You're fine.
The hangman in reverse, coming unstuck, with the Nine of Cups. It's like something that you want, right? It's something that's getting you closer to like your happy ending, your happily ever after. It doesn't look great. The Ten of Pentacles is like, you know, you've got everything that you wanted. You're sitting on this throne of like of all of your coins that you've accumulated. The Lovers is a breakup card. So this job isn't, you know, you're probably, you know, if you're asking me based on what this is, no. But Temperance, like in the High Priestess and the King of Cups coming out with the Four of Swords in reverse. In divine timing, you're gonna get what you want, right? The King of Cups is like that emotional card and like what you ultimately know that you're gonna get. Four of Swords, upright is like taking time to yourself, even like maybe retreating, and pulling back. Four of Swords is like you're coming out of your shell. Underneath is the Queen of Cups, so it's like a faded pair. Three of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles. It might take longer than you're expecting. And what is the Three of Pentacles in reverse? Why is that coming out? The Hermit.
Hermit.
The Hermit has a lot to do with like introspection and like lessons that you learn by like being alone, right? The Three of Pentacles in the upright is like collaboration and like sharing resources. In reverse, it's not that. So it'll come.
Period.
The job will come.
Period.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 of Cups, you're fine.
Love it. Nothing to worry about here.
Oh, these are so pretty.
Which ones are these?
This is an oracle deck.
Wow.
Honestly, all of these are so pretty. Ooh.
They're so big is the thing, is that I can't shuffle them the way that I normally like to.
Wow.
The answers you seek are already on the way. Keep your eyes open. Look somewhere unlikely.
Jesus,
be
what is
illogical and get creative.
Wow.
All roads lead to Rome. You cannot get lost. The universe always rewards a leap of faith.
Oh.
I will be rewarded.
I like that one.
Take a leap of faith, Lex.
I will be rewarded.
Yeah.
Thank you, bestie.
Aww.
That was beautiful.
That was great. I love that.
Wow.
That was
Period.
great. Wow.
Thanks, Zoe.
Yeah, I definitely want to like look more into this.
Yeah.
And
I find it very interesting.
it's so cool. I love it. I actually have a little tarot book in my room, but I've never used it.
I was looking
No,
to get rid
This
of
is
this
my
one.
sign.
Aww.
Oh, is that like
You
their
can
explanation
have-
book?
This is just one that I found in my building.
You found it in your building?
There's like a by the mailboxes. There's like a ledge where people just kind of like. I
Oh, like a
want
little
this.
book.
Like a people everything.
Awesome.
A
Oh.
library.
So,
What's it
you
called?
can have this, but I use it.
Oh,
I read.
I
It's
read.
got like
read.
interpretations in the upright and the reverse.
Mhm.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
Aw, yay. Thanks, Zoe.
And then I'm glad we recorded this because now I can like
Look back.
and like,
Yeah.
look into it.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Obviously, I
Exactly.
hope you get the job. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Yeah,
But if it's not meant to be, it's not meant
It's
to
not
be.
meant to be.
exactly.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Exactly. It'll all work out. Well,
Thank you so much. I think that's it for today.
that's
Yeah.
it for today.
Done a nice ASMR goodbye. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to Zoe for her special
Thanks for
guest.
having me.
Of course.
Thank you. See you next
All right,
time.
everyone. Kisses.
Kisses.